Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sky Appliance YouTube channel. My name is Mehdi and today I'm working on a Frigidaire front load washing machine. This video applies to many Frigidaire and Electrolux washing machines. Here are a few pictures of different models and designs this video covers. This machine does everything except spin. It fills with water, tumbles and washes the clothes. It drains very well, but when it gets to the spin cycle, it doesn't spin. What could be the problem? The belt is fine because the machine tumbles. The drain is working since the machine drains well. The MCU board seems to be okay because the machine tumbles. The motor is also fine because it tumbles. So the issue might be with the door lock or the control board. Based on my experience, if your Frigidaire or Electrolux washing machine does everything except spin, it's almost always an issue with the door lock, but I'll show you a few diagnostic steps. First of all, most of these machines have a diagnostic mode you can use to retrieve error codes. Usually you will need to remove the top or kick panels to access the technical sheets. Here's the electronic version. Here's how to do it. This part of the video is for another repair, and that machine is showing E41. The machine I'm working on today was showing E47. E47 means the control board thinks the door PTC circuit is open in spin. Let's check it out. Safety comes first. Make sure to unplug the machine or turn off the circuit breaker. To access the door lock assembly, we need to peel the door boot from the right hand side. The door boot has a clamp and I'll use a pair of long nose pliers to remove it. I'll use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the two screws that secure the door lock in place. Next, I'll remove these 3-wire harnesses. The upper and middle ones have locking tabs that I'll depress to release them before pulling the harnesses away. Let's test this door lock. Okay, let's run some tests. The machine is showing E47 error in diagnostic mode and isn't spinning. This usually means the PTC motor or wax motor is broken. Let's start by checking the resistance of the wax motor. I'll set the multimeter to resistance measurement or ohms. The multimeter is showing OL, which stands for open line or out of limits. So this means the PTC or wax motor is broken. Now let's compare it with a new one. Here's a brand new OEM wax motor and it's reading around 1300 ohms. Here's another brand new aftermarket one showing roughly 1600 ohms. Generally anything between 1100 and 1700 ohms is okay. Let's take a new one apart and see what's inside. It has a few clips around the edges, so I'll use a flathead screwdriver to pop them open. This reddish piece is the wax motor. I'll take it out. It contains one or more PTC discs, and when power is applied, the PTC disc warms up, causing the material inside a tiny cylinder to expand and push a plunger. Then that plunger activates the secondary or spin locking system and triggers a switch to let the control know that the secondary lock is engaged. I'll connect the wax motor to 120 volts and fast forward the video so you can see how the plunger extends and retracts. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more appliance repair tips. I've put the wax motor back into the lock assembly. The wax motor terminals are connected to the power supply and the switch terminals are connected to a multimeter set to the ohm setting. Let's turn on the power and watch the wax motor locking in action. As you can see, it's engaging the lock and activating the switch. Now I'll disconnect the power, but as you can see, the multimeter still shows the switch is closed and the lock remains engaged. This is a safety feature. Imagine the power goes out during a fast spin cycle. The machine should stay locked until the drum stops spinning. This way you can't open the door and reach inside, risking injury, or if you have long hair, it won't get tangled in the drum. Now, this right side is related to the E47 error and the spin issue. The left side has 4 terminals and controls the primary locking or instant locking system, which is also related to the E41 error. This is the primary lock, also known as the electromagnetic lock or instant lock, which engages or disengages instantly when power is applied. When the control board applies power to the second and third terminals, it locks and creates continuity between the first and fourth terminals. This is used at the start of the cycle when you press start. During this phase, the machine fills and only tumbles without fast spinning. This type of lock allows you to pause the cycle and add garments quickly if needed. Let's take a closer look. The second and third terminals are connected to a coil. When we apply power to them, they close a tiny switch connected to the first and fourth terminals. This switch is normally open and the multimeter shows OL. Now, let's apply power to the coil to create an electromagnetic field. This action closes the switch, engages the primary lock and signals to the control board that the primary lock is working. If this part fails, the control board won't continue the cycle. It stops at the beginning and stores an E41 error. Just a heads up, for this test you need to insert the door strike, otherwise the switch won't close. Let's measure the coil's resistance. I'll connect the multimeter to the second and third pins. It should read around 1300 ohms. If it shows open, the door lock needs to be replaced. Alright, let's get back to the washing machine and continue the repair. By the way, for my clients, I prefer to use original parts, but the aftermarket option should be good enough for personal repairs. Now, I'll reconnect the 3-wire harnesses and use a screwdriver to install the door lock with 2 screws. Don't use power tools as they can damage the door lock. Now it's time to put the door seal back. The edge of the door seal goes behind the front panel lip and should stay flush with the front panel. To reinstall the metal ring, I place it into the door seal groove and use a pair of long nose pliers to stretch the coil spring while using my other hand to install it. Let's reconnect the power and start a spin cycle to see how it goes. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more appliance repair tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.